All right, for the last category in our August 2014 series of video responses, we call this Other. So these are the questions that didn't easily fit into one of the other categories. So Sue says, I need to change my email address from @comcast.net to what I already have, which is sue@herdomain.com, but don't know how to change it in her web browser. So this is typically something you'll do through your web host. So if you have like HostGator or Bluehost or GoDaddy, you can actually reach out to their tech support. Sometimes they even have chat. Actually, most of them have free chat. You can actually just chat with them and say, hey, could you please help me set up sue@whateveryourdomain.com, and they'll tell you typically what you need to do, which is really, really nice. Almost all web host services have this excellent customer service with chat or phone and can walk you through it. So that's probably what I'd recommend. It's different with each one, so it's hard to give you the exact steps. They're also probably going to want to know, are you planning on downloading the emails to like Microsoft Outlook, or are you wanting to forward them over to a Gmail account, or what are you wanting to do? And by the way, my advice would be to forward them to a Gmail account, because within Gmail you can manage your calendar and so many other things. So if you're not already doing it, Sue, I'd probably suggest you go ahead and just get a Gmail account first, and then that can sort of be where you manage all your other emails, and then contact your web host and say, how can I forward sue@whateveryourdomain.com over to your Gmail? And they can probably give you the most efficient way to do it using their system. I'm also going to show you another technique that I love, and it'll cost you about $10 a year, but I think it's totally worth it. At least I love it. And that is by going to the website Namecheap.com. You could also go to GoDaddy, though I'm not sure how to do it in GoDaddy. But in Namecheap.com, you can buy a domain. Let's just say I bought the domain robsemail.com. You can buy a domain, and then you can actually, it's called a wildcard. You can say anything at robsemail.com, anything at that address, forward it to your Gmail, and then you can use different versions of your address all over the internet. And what's cool is they all end up, in this case, in my Gmail inbox, and then I can search for that particular address, and I can really capture all the emails that have come from that source, especially like if I sign up at a company, and I'm wondering if they're like selling my email address to other companies. Like if I start getting spam, I can actually see where the spam came from, so that's kind of cool too. I'll show it to you real fast. I'm just going to go over to my Namecheap account. Here I have a domain, howtomarketbetter.com. It's an old domain I've had for a while, but howtomarketbetter.com, for example, within Namecheap, you could buy a domain also, and then over on the left, if you click Email Forwarding Setup, you can then put an asterisk here, which is on your keyboard a Shift-8. So a Shift-8 on your keyboard gives you an asterisk, and then add howtomarketbetter.com, and then forward it to your personal Gmail address. This is my personal Gmail address. So anything at howtomarketbetter.com will land in my Gmail inbox. So if I want to sign up for an account at Amazon, I can sign up at Amazon@howtomarketbetter.com, and then I'll get all these emails in my inbox from to Amazon@howtomarketbetter.com, but I'll know they're from Amazon. If I go sign up at eBay, I can sign up at eBay@howtomarketbetter.com, and then when I start getting emails there, I can track and see that those emails are coming from eBay@howtomarketbetter.com. Then if I start getting spam emails, I can go see who they were sent to by looking at the details of the email. And if they're coming to Amazon at Amazon@howtomarketbetter.com, then what I know is that Amazon somehow, a spammer got a hold of my email address from Amazon. So it's kind of a cool way to track that stuff. Another perhaps more practical thing you can do is it's a great way to test out your system, your marketing. So for instance, maybe I'm helping a client set up their opt-in page for a launch or a JV deal, and we need to opt in several different times. It can be kind of a pain to opt in and then go delete your email address from that system. So what I do is I typically, when I opt into a client's page, instead of howtomarketbetter.com, I also have robgoyette.com. So I'll like use today's date at robgoyette.com. So if today is September 7th, I'll put 9714 at robgoyette.com. And then if I need to test another version of it, or I need to opt in again on the same day, I'll just stick the letter B after it, 9714B, 9714C. and so on. So what that lets me do, though, is then I can look in my inbox and I can see which emails come through from which addresses without having to go in and only have one email address to choose from. So this is a very powerful thing that you can get by just buying a domain in Namecheap, and then, like I said, clicking this email forwarding setup on the left, and just stick a wildcard right here and tell it where to forward your email. And with Gmail, boy, I love Gmail. It gives you so many possible ways to manage your email and really get a handle on your whole business. So if you're not using Gmail, please consider that also. All right, so hopefully I've answered Sue's question here. To wrap it up, Sue, yeah, you can just contact your provider, and what I would hope is you'd set up a Gmail account and say, how can I forward my email to my Gmail? You can then go into Gmail and actually configure it to send as your Sue at whatever your domain is.com. You can actually tell Gmail that you want to send email looking like it's coming from this exact address, Sue at, again, whatever your domain is.com. So Gmail makes it real easy to manage all your emails. Okay, so next question says, we need to provide joint venture partners with email, text, URL, HTML code, banner, images, and other information. Is there a typical format to send these? So yeah, sometimes we call this a promo packet. It's what you send out to JV partners so they have everything they need. And the question goes on to say, do we attach the text and code in a DOC file or text file and send the JPEG files and so on? So yeah, there are lots of ways to do this. Typically, most of my clients will send a Microsoft Word document, but there are problems with Microsoft Word documents, including something called smart quotes. Smart quotes are the curly quotation marks that Microsoft Word will oftentimes put into your documents, and sometimes those don't translate very well when you're copying and pasting them into different email autoresponders and so on. And so what I found is the very best promo packet I ever got was a simple text file. It was just a notepad file, and the person put it together, and it had everything needed, and any images that were needed were actually linked to his website, like saying, okay, if you need this image for your newsletter or whatever, just click on this link, and then it would open up in the browser, and then we could right-click and save the image. So everything was in this one little text file, and because it was a text file, there was no extra formatting garbage embedded within the file, including these smart quotes and anything else that might get in the way. So that's what I would suggest, is a simple text file just from your Notepad program. And yeah, with everything in it, including the person's affiliate link, don't make them hunt for it and put it in there. Totally make this easy for your partner to work with. And if there are going to be images, just go ahead and link to them from your site so that the person, the JV partner, can download them very easily. Okay, so last question. Someone says, for JV readiness, what's the minimum we need to have in place technologically for a JV, and then what's the Cadillac version? So I might be overlooking some things here, but I tried to think about it, and from a minimalist standpoint, if you want to do a JV without having any technology involved at all, or as little as possible, the only two things I could think of really were, because what a JV is, right? It's someone promoting you. It's someone telling their list about you. I mean, in theory, someone could promote you and just give everybody your phone number saying, call John if you need a coach. And then you don't need anything, right, except maybe a way to collect payments. But most likely, your JV partner is going to want to send their list to a web page. So you'll need some kind of web page for people to sign up. And if you have multiple JVs and you're trying to do this with the bare minimum, I would probably make one web page per partner. That way you can sort of track, maybe have like a different payment option on each web page so that each partner's activity can be tracked. And then, so in addition to having a place for your JV partners' people to go, you'll need a way to collect payments, and PayPal is really, really good at that. If you get a PayPal account, a business account, it's free, and it'll let you collect payments, one-time payments as well as subscription payments. So you could run a business with just those two things. Now, that's not really like the high-quality way to do it, and JV partners might scoff a little bit, saying, oh, you're kind of duct taping this thing together. And again, none of my clients do this. My 6- and 7-figure clients, they're far from this. They're doing it the Cadillac way. So let me jump down into the Cadillac way. So the Cadillac way is to have in place a shopping cart system. This could be Infusionsoft, Entreport, Infusionsoft. Oops, did I say it twice? One shopping cart, Entreport, Infusionsoft. Those are kind of the big three. So maybe you've got one shopping cart, and that's your shopping cart system. That'll let you collect names and email addresses. That'll let you track affiliate activity. That'll let you collect payment when you hook it up to your payment gateway, merchant account stuff. So basically having a complete shopping cart system will let you manage your business and generate affiliate links. So that would be the first step. Second would be using lead pages to collect names and emails in exchange for a free report or some kind of free gift. I don't know of a more effective way to collect names and email addresses than lead pages. Their stuff just flat out works. Then after that, once again, we come back to the shopping cart system, which would deliver your emails. Once people opt into your lead page, your shopping cart system will send out those emails. Okay, and when those emails go out, they need to send people to a place, and that could be sending them to another lead page, or perhaps to optimize press, meaning having a web host with WordPress and optimized press to deliver content. Again, the big difference between optimized press and lead pages, they both make web pages. Lead pages are designed to capture names and email addresses, and they do that very well. Optimized press gives you much more control over what's on the screen. With lead pages, you kind of have to fit your content into their templates. With optimized press, you can really have as much or as little on the screen as you want. With lead pages, it's cookie cutter. You have to fit your stuff into their stuff. Okay, so your shopping cart system would deliver emails. Excuse me. Had to sneeze. Your shopping cart system will deliver the emails, and then the web host is where they might land, or maybe they'll land on a lead page. But the emails will drive them to some kind of web page, perhaps talking about your teleseminar. And for the teleseminar, you'll need a teleseminar webinar system. We recommend Instant Teleseminar. Some other ones out there. You could try like freeconferencecall.com, which is a free solution. It doesn't have quite the bells and whistles that Instant Teleseminar has, but I know it's a fierce competitor, and they brag about it being free, so you can check them out. But all things equal, I don't have any clients using that solution. I have a lot of clients using Instant Teleseminar. In fact, I think every client uses Instant Teleseminar. So you can use that to deliver your presentations. You can also use things like GoToWebinar or Webinar Jam. Those are kind of the big ones that come to mind. But yeah, some way to present your information, or maybe it's a series of videos. You use like Evergreen Business Systems to record a webinar in advance and have people sign up for it. So you'll need something to present your content and your offer, and then once you present your offer, you'll need a web page to send people to. I like to call it a summary page, where they can kind of see, okay, this is what I'm about to buy, this is what I'm about to say yes to. I just heard the presentation, I love it, and now I'm getting ready to give you my money, but show me what I'm about to say yes to. So the teleseminar or webinar will oftentimes drive people to a summary page where they can review what they're about to purchase and be reassured by your guarantee. And then once they say yes, you need to somehow collect their money. And that, again, would probably fall into the area of a shopping cart system for people to buy. You could try to do it with PayPal and their business level account, but you know, some people don't have PayPal. Some people would rather use their certain credit card or whatever, and some people are confused by PayPal. Therefore, oftentimes using a shopping cart system with multiple payment options, including PayPal, is a better way to go than just PayPal. And then finally, once people buy, you need to somehow deliver them their content. And you know, it's different for everybody. You might be delivering group coaching, or maybe you're delivering a program or a product you created, but you'll probably need web pages somewhere along the way. And for that, you would once again need some sort of set of web pages to deliver that content. And you can try to do it with lead pages. Again, you're going to have to fit your content into the lead page templates, or you can use something like Optimized Press with your web host and deliver the content that way. And you know, I keep saying web host. A web host is just somebody who lets you put your files out on their web server and point your web traffic to it. And the one we recommend is HostGator. HostGator is an excellent web host with tremendous support. Another one would be Bluehost. And beyond that, you can host with GoDaddy. They tend to be a little more expensive. They seem to charge for every little bell and whistle, whereas with HostGator and Bluehost, all that stuff seems to be included, depending on the plan you choose. But it's all real cheap, under $10 a month. So, all right, that is it. I hope I've answered the questions on the minimum and the Cadillac of what you need to be JV ready, and as well as your other questions about the email address and what to include in a promo packet. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the September call. Take care. Bye.